It's your boy, and we're back with another Master Duel video. Today we're going to be doing another showcase. We're going to be going through some games that I played in ranked on stream the other day. And we're going to be showing off Exodia Fiendsmith. One of my new favorite decks that I've been playing a lot lately. It's actually deceptively decently powerful. I really enjoy the Fiendsmith aspect of it. We play a ton of cards in our main deck. As you can see, we play 60 cards. And the goal of this is to try and whittle down the amount of bricks on the pieces of Exodia. Unfortunately, we do have to play all 5 pieces of Exodia in order to summon Exodia, the fusion monster, from our extra deck. So we play 60 in order to try and bring the chances of that even happening. So the deck is pretty consistent as it is. We do play Fiendsmith in the deck as well. And normally that wouldn't be very good because when you summon Exodia, it returns all your monsters back into the deck that aren't Millennium monsters or Exodia. And you can't summon anymore after you summon Exodia. So the little trick that we found is layering your main deck Lacrima in the graveyard along with your Fiendsmith Agnum Day. And you'll use Lacrima to summon Agnum Day to summon Desiree from your graveyard. The only way that we're really going to be achieving something like that is truthfully not really using Engraver from the graveyard to summon itself. Really the only way you're going to be getting this is if you open Engraver, or if you get 3 guys on the board to go into your Moon of the Closed Heaven and then going into your Fiendsmith combos and then using your 3rd piece to go into sequence. You want to try and use up 3 materials and keeping Lacrima, main deck Lacrima, in the graveyard as well. So a little bit harder to do, have to use a bit more in order to accomplish that than your typical just summon Desiree. But it does allow you to have an Omni Negate plus your Exodia on the field at the same time. Pretty fun deck. I really enjoy the deck a lot. But we're going to go ahead and get into some games that I played in ranked on stream the other day. And I'll see you when we get to that. This is the first game here. Our opponent has selected to go first. We lost the coin toss. And we have a pretty decent hand, honestly. No hand traps, unfortunately, but we do have talent, so we might be able to do something with that. And it looks like our opponent's playing Ice Barriers. I feel pretty confident in playing against Ice Barriers. We're going to go ahead and speed this up a bit while they play out their combo. We have access to our Fiendsmith engine, along with, since we have Ankh in hand, our Exodia. So the goal here is going to be to try to bait out as much as we can with our Fiendsmith engine, and then possibly just summon Exodia and win the game. So now it's our turn, and we rip an infinite impermanence right off the top of the deck. We go ahead and imperm the Lancia so he can't summon the guy from the main deck that prevents us from resolving monster effects on the field by discarding a card. We'll go ahead and go into some Fiendsmith plays here. We can't really accomplish Desiree very easily. As you see, he ends up using the Ice Shade to banish our Requiem. But we use talents to steal his Ice Shade. We probably should have stolen the Lancia, honestly, but it's whatever. We still managed to start cleaning up his board. And we go ahead and summon Engraver from the graveyard. using Moon of the Closed Heaven. Use Sequence to summon extra deck Lacrima. And then go ahead and revive the Requiem from ban, or we don't revive it, we just send it back. That's the part I didn't realize when I was going for that. We go for Agnum Day. Burn him for 12. Resummon the Lacrima. Get it pretty big. And then we're going to trigger the Lancia. See, this is the reason why I felt like we misplayed and then should have Talenced his Lancia instead. But he'll go ahead and banish what we have on the field, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and use our Ankh to summon Exodia by revealing all 5 pieces of Exodia. And we already have Fires of Rage, so we'll set that and we'll set Obliterate as well. So we have a decent amount of interruption. We have 3 interruptions. We're going to use Obliterate to send the, what's it called? The Trishula. The Trishula 0 back into his extra deck. So it doesn't summon the original Trishula when it leaves the field. He's going to go ahead and start summoning, and we're going to wipe his board. That fortunately makes him pass his turn, and that just gets us game right there. He goes for the Maxi, it's whatever. We have to pay the toll, pay 1,000 for controlling Exodia at the start of our turn. And then we'll attack for 7k and win the game. So, a pretty decently easy game there. Pretty decently easy. Our opponent has selected going first for our second game here. And we've got a pretty decent hand, but we're playing against Ryzeal. We just imperm the Ice Ryzeal, hoping that he doesn't have any other extenders. We're just hoping, we're praying. And fortunately, that does get us to the end phase there. Now, we have a solid hand, and we just rip Ankh here. So we'll go ahead and use our I'm Seti to send the Wedju Temple. And then we'll send the Imperm to get 2 bodies out onto the field. And this is where I misplay right here. I shouldn't have sent Engraver, because then we don't have game here. But we're going to go ahead and run over his Ice Shade. I kept the talents thinking that maybe we'll end up having to use it. But we'll go ahead and start going into Fiendsmith combo here. Use Requiem, get to Lacrima, send with Lacrima. Go into Sequence. He imperms Sequence. And then we'll go ahead and use Ankh to reveal all 5 pieces of Exodia and summon Exodia, sending back the Sequence. Then he drops Nibiru, which is rough. So we'll go ahead and use Talents to look at our opponent's hand. We see a plugin, we'll send that back so he doesn't get any follow-up. And then we're just hoping that he doesn't get anything here. He does, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and use Lacrima from our graveyard to summon Requiem. Use Requiem to summon Lacrima while he summons his sharks. Then we'll use Lacrima to send the trap. Unfortunately, he did have Thrust, so that's going to get him into Bonfire here. And Duo Drive coming out pretty much forces our trap to come out here, sending Desiree so we can send Duo Drive so he doesn't get any more advantage. Then he goes ahead and summons Ryzeal, searching it off Bonfire. And I'm not 100% certain why he scooped there. Maybe he just didn't click the search effect of his Ryzeal monster. But it is what it is. Maybe he just realized that Detonator wasn't going to be enough. He could have summoned another Duo Drive maybe. I believe he might. Yeah, he probably has another Duo Drive, truthfully. Maybe he doesn't. But we were just going to summon up our Horus monsters, again, without activating any card effects. We were just going to slam them onto the board from the graveyard, and maybe he realized that was just going to be a bit too much for him. But let's go ahead and get into the next game. Alright, we have the next game here. Our opponent has selected going first. You'll notice that it's us going second every time. The deck isn't that bad going second. But unfortunately, we are playing against Malice. We see he has Chessy Cat. I'm like, okay, maybe his hand really isn't that good if he's going for Chessy Cat. But he did set the trap card, and honestly, we probably should have seen that coming. So he goes ahead and summons March Hare, resummons Chessy Cat after we ash the Chessy Cat. And he's going to start going off and doing his plays. At this time, I'm thinking, man, there really isn't going to be much that we can do about this. We can try, so we're going to hang in here. But if he does this correctly, he's going to have pretty much a board that feels like we did nothing with our Ash Blossom. So he's doing his combo here. He summons his Firewall Dragon, which I feel like is a misplay. He never goes into White Binder, which is strange. So we're looking at our hand and we're like, alright, let's just see what we can do here. I felt like we could probably do something. Unfortunately, he Ash Blossoms our Engraver, so that's really rough. Was hoping to take his Firewall Dragon, but now it looks like we really need Wedju Temple to go through here. So now we place the Wedju Temple, and I assumed he might be on the Synchro, but instead he's on Aggregator, which does stop our Wedju Temple. But fortunately, we do have Ash Blossom in hand. We go ahead and go into Typhon, which is going to be enough to clean up this board. We're going to send the Firewall Dragon back into the extra deck, run over his Red Ransom, and set Obliterate. Fortunately, unlike Fires of Rage, Obliterate doesn't need Exodia on the board in order to play it. Now we're just looking for a monster off the top of the deck. We don't draw one, we draw Infinite Impermanence. He seems to be not getting to his starters as well. So we're looking pretty good here. He just sets a monster, which is really nice for us. And we get a monster. We get the head of Exodia. So we go ahead and use Wedju Temple here. Summon Sangenjin, and then we summon the shield. Millennium Shield. Getting Ankh. And we probably could have tried to win this game right here. But I decided, you know what, no. We're going to play the long game here, bring his life points down low so he can't do a whole lot with his Malice cards, and that ends up winning us the game. That's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already so you get updates on any future videos that I do or streams. I tend to do Sunday night Yu-Gi-Oh! Every single Sunday, as much as that I can. But this is the deck again, if you guys didn't get to look at it very closely the first time. It plays really well. I really enjoy it a lot. It does play a decent amount of bricks, so it is what it is, but truthfully, these trap cards aren't that bad to draw, truthfully. If you draw one of the Exodia traps, you can just search the other one if you have access to Ankh. Really solid deck, really fun. It's always fun playing Exodia. I really recommend it if you have the Exodia cards, and most people should have the Fiendsmith engine as well. Very, very, very entertaining to just watch our opponent scoop to a massive 7 or 8k attack Exodia. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Later.